So we had seen a game like that before. We had seen dozens of games like that before, but we had never seen one the way that it went down here in Houston. Game 7, Warriors heading to a 4th straight NBA Finals. They'll take on LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Yet again, LeBron versus the Warriors 4. But they had to get past this Houston Rockets team that came out swinging in the first half. A tremendous performance from James Harden and company in the first half, and the Warriors looked all sorts of out of sorts. How many times have we seen that so far this season? And then they flipped the switch. They turned it on after halftime, blew the Rockets out of the water, and advanced again to their 4th straight NBA Finals. Let's go through the big three on this one. Number 1, Stephen Curry. We have always kind of wondered if it was, the Warriors should be running their offense through Kevin Durant, if they should be going through Stephen Curry. The answer is Stephen Curry. It's very clear it's Stephen Curry. There are now 2 guys who have ever made 7 3-pointers in a Game 7 in the NBA playoffs. The first guy is Stephen Curry. The second guy is Stephen Curry. He did it in 2016's Western Conference Finals. He did it again here tonight in Houston. A spectacular third-quarter performance by Curry, scoring 14 points, 11 straight points to really switch the game over to the Warriors' advantage. You can't say enough great things about Stephen Curry coming through in the clutch. Even if it wasn't the 4th quarter, that was the clutch. The Warriors needed him to show up, and he did. He came through, and the Warriors are advancing. Second point, Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant was abysmal in the first half of this game. I don't mean that to be hyperbolic. I mean that he was abysmal. He was benchable. I didn't know what he was doing on the court. He was lost on defense. He was forcing it on offense. He looked like he was overcome by the gravity of the moment. And then he came out in the third quarter and started making shots. And he looked focused on defense. And as the ball started moving, he started to look more comfortable. He was spectacular in the second half. He ends the game as the game's leading scorer. Just a tremendous performance from Kevin Durant. And I talked to Sean Livingston, who played a lot of minutes in the place of Andre Iguodala after the game. And Livingston wasn't in there for his points. He wasn't in there really all that much for his defense. He was in there because he's a steadying, calming veteran influence. And he said that Kevin Durant, who's 29 years old, he has an MVP, he has an NBA Finals MVP, he's won a championship. He's one of the greatest players of all time and a surefire Hall of Famer. Sean Livingston said that Kevin Durant needed a game like today's. He needed a Game 7 where he broke through, that he fought through not only the circumstances around him, but the own difficulties that he put in front of him by pressing and not being up for the moment. He did that and more in Game 7 here tonight. And that means that the Warriors are heading into the NBA Finals with a Kevin Durant with booming confidence, and that does not bode well for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Number 3, let's just push it forward here. Warriors Cavs 4. The Warriors are prohibitive favorites in this series. Massive favorites. Like, don't even put your money on them. You won't get anything back favorites. But we'll have to see how the Cavaliers adjust. All I know is this. The Cavaliers are going to have a hard time matching what the Houston Rockets put on the court through these 7 games. Mad respect for what the Houston Rockets did in this series. They showed a lot of heart and guts, stuff that I did not think they had coming into this series. And they showed it when they needed to, in the big moments, when they came back in game 4, when they came back in Game 5. Really big moments. This was a worthy adversary for the Warriors. I don't know if they match up with the 2016 Cavs. I don't know if they match up with the 2016 Thunder. But this is as good of a team as the Warriors have faced in the 4 years under Steve Kerr. And they're going to be back in a position like this next year. And the Warriors are going to know that they can't mess around the way that they did in this series. They're going to have to put them away early. And then they probably will have Chris Paul that time around. We'll have to wait and see on that. But it was a tremendous series. We'll see if this next series is as tremendous. The bookies don't think so. I don't bet against LeBron James if I know what's good for me. We'll have to see. I got to head back to the Bay. We start that one on Thursday. No rest for the weary, no rest for these Warriors. We'll see you all back in Oakland.